Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's lecture, we are going to solve one problem on influence line diagram, where we will find the influence line diagram for the support reaction at B and the shear force and bending moment at point P, right? So the problem is that we are having one cantilever beam over here, which is fixed at support B. So for those support reaction, first we need to find the influence line diagram. Okay, then in the later part, we'll find the influence line diagram for the shear force and bending moment at point P when the unit load is traversing along the beam AB, right? So we'll solve this problem by two methods. One is direct method and one is indirect method, which is nothing but Mueller's-Breslau principle. Okay, we'll having a detailed discussion in Mueller's-Breslau principle. Okay, so let us suppose let us solve this problem first by direct method, which is okay. So what we need to do in direct method, we will use the equation of statics over here. So for that, I will apply a load at a distance of x from A and apply the equation of statics like summation Fy0, summation M0, okay, and we'll find the expression for the influence line diagram for the support reactions, okay. So first support reaction I am considering is influence line diagram for support reaction VB, okay. So at this point B, I am having one VB reaction. Okay, and one moment will be there, which is MB. Okay, I'm not taking any horizontal reaction, and MB will be there because it is a fixed support, right? So to need to find the support influence line diagram for the support reaction VB, let us draw this beam again with small scale. Okay, so this is point P, right? And this here the reactions are generating VB and MB. Okay, so if I keep a load, unit load at a distance of x from A, this is nothing but unit load. Okay, and I use the equation summation Fy should be equals to 0. This is also the equation of statics, okay, which means that summation of forces along the y direction will be 0. So now the forces in y direction are, this is 1 VB and this is unit load, which is equals to 0. Negative sign is because the unit load is in negative y direction, right? So VB will be equals to 1. So from this expression you can see that whatever may be the position of the load from A, the force generated, the reaction generated at VB will always be equals to 1. Okay, so let us draw the ILD for this thing. So ILD will be, as you can see that if the load is acting at point A, then also there will be the support reaction will be generated at B will be equals to 1. So ILD will look like this. Okay, irrespective of load, wherever it is acting. Suppose load is acting at a distance of an x over here, still the ordinate of the VB will be 1. Let us, it is acting at a distance x2 from A. Let us suppose this is x1 and this is x2, right? Still the ordinate of this influence line diagram is 1. So you can say that irrespective of the position of the load, the force, the reaction generated at VB will always be equals to unit. Okay, unit magnitude when the unit load is traversing, right? So this is the ILD. This is the ILD for reaction at VB. Okay, this is of unit magnitude, right? So this covers our this covers our reactions at VB, ILD of reaction at VB. Okay, vertical reaction at VB. Now we'll come for the support reaction MB, which is nothing but a moment which will be generated at B location. Okay, so let us suppose my load is acting at a distance of an x. Okay, so when the load is acting on a distance x, I will use the equation summation mz equals to 0. Why z? Because the moment this is acting along the z axis. Okay, the moment is acting about the z axis. Okay, so summation mz 0. Okay, so if you calculate the moment due to this unit load at this point B, this I can write like this, minus of m into L minus of x, okay, and summation mz0 at point B will be nothing but mb equals to 0. This is negative, okay, both are anti-clockwise, okay, so both are, this is anti-clockwise, so that's why both the signs are negative. So mb I can write over here is nothing but L minus of x with minus sign, okay, so this is the expression for mb, right? And if you want to draw the influence line diagram for mb, and this is the linear variation, so when the x equals to 0, the reaction, the mb will be nothing but L of magnitude L. The magnitude, let us suppose when x equals to 0, then mb is minus of L, okay, and when x equals to L, mb will be 0, okay. So this is the ILD for bending moment, okay, because you can see that this direction which we have assumed over here is mb, but it is coming negative sign, that's why the negative sign is coming, okay, this will be below this axis, right? So this is the ILD for mb. Positive sign will consider for the sagging moment, but here you can see that when this load is applied over here, the moment generated in the beam will always be hogging. So this is nothing but this is the hogging moment, okay, this negative sign is nothing but this shows the hogging moment, okay. So this covers our the ILD for the support reactions, okay. Now we'll see what will be the ILD for the shear force and bending moment at point P, right? So again we'll draw that beam to some small scale. So this is the beam over here, okay, and this is the point P, okay. So now we will draw the ILD for the shear force, okay. As we already know that if we at this point P, the reactions will look like the reaction generation will be, the shear force will look like this at this point P, which we have already discussed. Moment, let us suppose this is MP, and here also this is MP, and here this fixed support at B, okay. So let us suppose the unit load is acting at a distance of x from A, okay. So when the unit load is acting at a distance of x from A, let us break this beam at point P. So this will be this is our case, okay. So here it is Vp, right, and one moment Mp over here. Okay, now you can see that if we take this portion of the beam, this portion AP, this AP portion, for the AP portion, if I took a summation for this element, this portion should be also be in equilibrium. For that summation Fy should be equals to 0. This condition should hold. Now when this condition is holding, then I can write Vp minus of 1 equals to 0. So I can write Vp equals to minus of 1. Okay. So which means is that when the unit load is acting at a distance of an x from here, okay, my reaction is minus 1. Okay. So when the unit load is acting at a distance of an x, the shear force diagram is nothing but it is starting from here, the value is unit magnitude, okay. So when the x equals to A, still the value will be minus negative shear force, okay. Now let us suppose this load just shifted, acting at the right of point P. Okay, let us draw the ILD for that. Put that thing. Okay, now this is the point P, and this is the fixed support. Now I am assuming that this load is acting at a distance of an x and is acting at a this load is acting at a distance of an x. Let us suppose x I am assuming from this side. Okay, so this is the unit load, right? So if this is the unit load over here, and this is our condition. At point P, let us suppose this shear is this thing, this here it is MP, VP, and again it is VP, MP, and one unit load over here, okay, which is at a distance of an x. Let us suppose the x we took from here, this side, right? So what I am doing over here is that, and here this is the fixed support, here will be some reaction VB and some MB, okay. Now, if you consider the equilibrium of this portion, again this AP portion, I can write summation Fz equals to 0. But you can see that in this portion there will be only reaction will be Vp, so that will equals to 0. So when the unit load is acting right of the point P, the shear generated at P will be 0. Okay. So when the unit load is acting at point P, the shear generate at this portion, the shear will be 0. At this portion, the shear will be 0. Okay. And when the load is acting at the point P, the shear value becomes 0. When the load will act at just at the point P. Okay. So Vp okay, the value becomes 0. So at these things comes like this. Okay, so this is the shear force. This is of when the load is acting at point P, okay. So this value becomes Vp. Vp is nothing but equals to Vp is nothing but equals to unit load. So when the shear will draw the shear force for this point, it will be 0. Okay, because these forces will cancel each other, right? So this is the shear. This is the SFD for the point P. Point P when the unit load is traversing along this cantilever beam. Okay, so this is the SFD ILD for SFD at point P. This is the ILD for SFD at point P. Okay. Now let us come to the ILD for the moment at point P. So in this case, again, I am applying the load at a distance of x from P. Okay. So what I will do over here, again I'll cut the beam at P and make some enlarged view. This is the position of the unit load from A. Here some reaction will generate MP. Okay. Again here will be some MP, some VP, and some VP. Okay. Here the shear force is coming negative, which means that the direction which we have assumed is in downward direction. It is not the case. Here when the value is coming negative, that means that our shear force is opposite to the direction which we have assumed. Okay. So at this position, the shear force will be acting in the upward direction. Okay. So now let us consider equilibrium of this portion, this equilibrium of AP, right? So if I calculate the summation m equals to 0, I can write like this: 1 into a minus of x. Okay, this distance is nothing but a minus of x, right? And minus of mp will be equals to 0. Okay, so I can write mp equals to minus of a minus of x. This is the expression when the unit load is acting at the left of P point, right? So if you draw the ILD for this thing, so when x equals to 0, what will be the MP? When x equals to 0, MP will be minus of A. Okay, so I can write over here, MP is nothing but the coordinate is in negative direction. MP is equals to minus of A. Okay. So the value will be a value which is negative, right? So the meaning of which is that this MP will be hogging in nature. Okay, this MP we have assumed that it is sagging, but it is not the case. Okay, negative value so that the moment generated in the beam will be hogging. Okay, so this is the case when MP, what will be the value of MP when x equals to a. So when x equals to a, you can see from this equation that MP will become 0. Okay, so when x equals to a, the value of MP will be 0. So when x equals to a, the value of MP will be 0. Okay, now the value of MP will be 0. Now we'll see the case when the unit load is acting at the left of P. We are doing the detailed discussion of this ILD. Why? Because we want to make sure that there should not be any confusion, okay, regarding how the sign, what are the signs we are, why negative sign is there, how this thing is coming, okay, what is the direction of MP, those things we are discussing in detail. So there should not be any confusion, okay. So now let us suppose this distance, I'm assuming acting at a distance, unit load is acting at a distance x from this support B, okay. And if I again cut this beam at point P, I can write it like this. This is V as per our directions. This is MP. This is again MP. Here it is VP. Okay. And some unit load is acting at a distance of an x. Here will be some VB, some MB. Okay. And this distance is x. So if I write the equation, what will be the moment generated at P? What will be the moment generated at P? I can write like this. What will be the moment generated at P? This thing we have to write, right? So we'll use the equation of statics over here. So what I will do over here, I won't consider this portion of the beam now. I will consider this portion. Why? Because solving this thing is very, very simple. Because if I want to solve this thing, I need to know VP, MP and those things, or VP, VB and MB, okay. But here I need to find the calculation will be easier if I took this thing, this AP portion, okay. So for equilibrium of AP portion, I can write for the equilibrium of AP portion, I can write summation M equals to 0 and summation V equals to 0. So if you take summation M equals to 0 for this portion, there will be only MP moment. So that means that should be equals to 0. Okay. So whatever the position of the load, unit load in this portion, this PB portion, the magnitude of MP will always be 0. Okay. Let us suppose you